Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a business, a firm, a stock called Salesforce. It's a software company, CRM. Their competitor is Microsoft. Can you imagine that? This business, this company is not a lot of people on the street. Like you find average people on the street know Microsoft, they know Bill Gates, they know it doesn't have that kind of brand name. But however, people in software business, software industry, they know Salesforce. And if you ask their competitor, Microsoft, they do. Salesforce declared its earnings, it beat earnings and revenue, and the stock price was up for about 8% or so. But in the last, we are still within the bearish. We're still bearish. The market sentiment is still bearish. Whether we tiptoe into bear market or correction territory, all stocks were trending down because of inflation and all that, and it is also trending down. It has lost a lot from the all-time high. From the 52-week high. I think the stock actually got as low as 157 or 158, but because of they beat the earnings and revenue, the stock was up, and it has done a little bit, well, the last couple of days now. But let's have a look at its finances. Let's have a look at the cash flow. Let's also have a look at the earnings transcript. Let's see, what aspect of the business is doing that. Is bringing more revenue. We also look at the technical chart. The technical chart to see for price action what we can get. If there might be other information that we cannot find on a statement, we can see it on the technical chart. Let's have a look.
Here is the transcript for first quarter 2022 Salesforce earnings. First quarter revenue of 7.41 billion, up 24% year over year in constant currency. Current remaining performance obligation of 21.5 billion, up 21% year over year, 24% in constant currency. First quarter operating cash flow of 3.68 billion, up 14% year over year. Initiates second quarter revenue guidance to 7.69 billion to 7.70 billion, up 21% year over year. Update full year 23 revenue guidance to 31.7 billion to 31.8 billion, up 21% year over year. Let's go straight to here. We had another great quarter, delivering 7.4 billion in revenue, up 24% year over year, said Mark Benoff, CEO of Salesforce. There is no greater measure of our resilience and momentum in our business than the 42 billion we have in remaining performance obligation, representing all future revenue under contract. While delivering incredible growth at scale, we are committed to consistent margin expansion and cash flow growth as part of our long-term plan to drive both top and bottom line performance. Our financial results once again demonstrate the strength and durability of our business model as we continue to see strong demand from customers across the entire customer 360 portfolio, said Brett Taylor, CEO Salesforce. Salesforce has become even more strategic and relevant to our customers as we are providing them with the agility and resilience they need to drive growth and efficiency in these uncertain economic times. Our portfolio product remain well positioned to serve our broad set of customers, said Amy Weaver, President and CFO Salesforce. We have been able to deliver strong growth while also driving disciplined decision making, enabling us to expand our operating margin guidance for the full year. Salesforce delivered the following results its fiscal quarter. First quarter revenue, first quarter revenue 7.1 7.41 billion, an increase of 24%. Operating margin first quarter GAAP operating margin was 0.3%. First quarter non-operating margin was 17.6. Earnings per share first quarter GAAP diluted earnings per share was 0.03 and non-diluted earnings per share was 0.98. Marked to market accounting of the company's strategic investment benefited GAAP diluted earnings per share by 0.01 based on a US tax rate of 25% and non-GAAP diluted earnings per share by 0.01 based on non-GAAP tax rate of 22%. Cash cash generated from operation for the first quarter was 3.68 billion, an increase of 14% year over year. Total cash equivalent and marketable securities ended the first quarter at 13.50 billion. Remaining performance obligation. Remaining performance obligation ended the first quarter at approximately 42.0 billion, an increase of 20% year over year. Current remaining performance obligation ended the first quarter at approximately 21.5 billion, an increase of 21% year over year, 24% in constant currency. As of May 31st, 2022, the company is initiating its second quarter GAAP and non-GAAP earnings loss per share guidance, second quarter current remaining performance obligation growth guidance, and second quarter revenue guidance. As of May 31st, 2022, the company is updating its full year 2023 revenue guidance, full year 23 GAAP and non-GAAP earnings per share guidance, full year operating margin guidance, and full year non-GAAP operating margin guidance. As of May 31st, the company is reiterating its full year 23 operating cash flow guidance. Management will provide further commentary around these guidance assumptions on its earnings call, which is expected to occur on May 31st, 2022, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Assumption, sorry, our guidance assumes no change to the value of the company's strategic investment portfolio, as it's not possible to forecast future gains and losses. In addition, the guidance below is based on estimated GAAP tax rate that reflect the company currently available information and exclude forecasted discrete tax items such as excess tax benefits from stock-based compensation. The GAAP tax rate may fluctuate due to future acquisition or other transaction. As at this time, the details, the figures are not out yet online. So let's move on to the technical chart on Momo to see what we can get from price action. Here is the technical chart for Salesforce. As you can see, Salesforce is already up pre-market about 8.7%. It closed at $160 yesterday. Now it's already 174. That's adding about $13 pre-market. However, what you need to see that we are trading below 20-day moving average, which is here standing here as resistance. But we can also begin to draw some information that you can see here that there's a level of support here. There's a level of support here that is holding. Also, as we can see here, there's a trend line here that we can draw here to show that this stock has been trending downward the last couple of months or from the beginning of the year. In fact, from last year. But as you can see, but this is a daily chart. Let's go on weekly chart and see. On a weekly chart, it's even more glaring here, trending downward. Salesforce has lost quite a lot from the all-time high of a 52 weeks high. Let's check what it has dropped from 52 weeks high and say here that's around 308 or so, 311. To date, it has dropped about 48 percent. That's dropped about 48%. Let's go back to daily chart. On a daily chart, as you can see, it is trending downward. There's nothing more to say about it. But the market is already up 174. I will be looking at after the market open if the candle can break on this channel on the upside, then at around about 170 upward, then you might be looking at the position of a buy. But right now with this, except this support is not broken, otherwise, it could go further down.
Guys, you have seen the technical chart. You have seen it for yourself. Salesforce is, it might be a good time to actually buy Salesforce. Let me tell you something about stock businesses and all that. Because the stock is going down doesn't mean it's the best time to buy, or because the price is low. Sometimes you have to wait and see whether the stock will get to a position where you know that it has reversed. Yeah, even though the price might be a little bit higher than the initial price that you felt, because it was down. It was going down, it was cheaper, but when it started going up, that might just be the time, because you don't want to buy a falling knife. You want to buy a stock that is beginning to be bullish, going up. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing. We continue to produce content that would support your investment journey. Please call again.